actually came last Valentine's Day, probably in a similar way that pieces came this Valentine's Day. I was just thinking about love, didn't have a person I was spending it with, but being the good Christian girl I am, was in the Bible. 1 Corinthians 13 is like one of the most well-known Bible verses ever. But I heard this thing one time that said, you can take any time it says love and replace it with God, and it will show you something about him, because God is love. And that just kind of hit me. So then I started thinking about what love is and how I can represent that, and all this lofty stuff for like 3 a.m. on a Valentine's Day. But this piece came out of that kind of thought process. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy or boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It's not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. What I'm trying to say is love wins every time, and if it loses, you can be sure it wasn't love, because it is powerful, a force of nature. And I'll never understand why they call it being tied down, when if you take the time to get to know love, it's freedom. And I don't get why they say love is blind, when I feel like my eyes have been opened, like everything is crisper and clearer and colors are brighter. And I'll never understand why they call it a crush, when it feels like I'm weightless. Like every burden I've ever carried has been lifted off my shoulders and thrown out the window with no chance of returning. It makes more sense to me to call it puppy love. Innocent and pure and protective and funny to watch sometimes and messy sometimes, sure, but usually adorable, young or old or anywhere in between. And if you're anything like me, you'll still call a dog a puppy, because it's precious, always. See, love is patient, and it's kind, and it's faithfulness and truth. It's humble and gentle. It's greater than and sweeter than. It's a consuming fire, but also still waters. It's contradictory, but somehow still always consistent. See, love is not being able to smell lavender without getting the overwhelming urge to call your grandmother. Mm-hmm. And then love is calling her. And love is holding the door for the stranger that's just a little too far away. And love is holding it next time, even though no one said thank you. Love is courageous. It's the absence of fear, and when it's not, it's staring fear in the eyes and putting to death every ounce of power it ever held over you. And love is your heart breaking for others and you letting it, because love is empathy. And it's relationship. It's building each other up while tearing down walls and lies. And love is infinite. And it's light, and it's life, and it's everything. And when I say love is everything, I mean love is everything. Love is pizza. It's familiar, and it'll warm your insides and fill you to the brim, but you'll keep eating anyway, because who doesn't love pizza? And love is school. You'll have to work really hard sometimes, and maybe you even think you won't make it through, but love is a really good teacher. You know, that really, really good teacher that would sit with you and work through every single problem if you would just ask for the help. Love will be patient, because love loves watching you learn. And love is the ocean. It is vast and too deep to fathom, but if you position yourself just right, you can stand on it. And it'll carry you farther than you ever thought possible if you would just let it take control. See, some people mistake it for infatuation or call love their own imagination. Some think it needs to be a fairy tale movie, but I just want you to know it truly. See, love feels like it conquered death. Love feels like I'm breathing again. Love feels like I could do anything, like I could move mountains or calm seas, because love wins. Every time, without fail, love wins. He is absolutely undefeated. Thank you.